What's up, Daredevil and Hydro Man? Let's check them out. Welcome back, everybody. Quick look at the box art. They just keep numbering the boxes 1 and 2. And I'll keep complaining about that because that's a missed opportunity, man, for people that collected the boxes. But since they're all 1 and 2, I throw them away. All right, let's take a look at what we've got going on today. So we've got the retro Daredevil here already for comparison. And then this is our new inked comic shaded Daredevil. And I was careful there with the naming because I was calling it a cell shaded Daredevil, right? Because initially to me in the promos, it looked like it was cell shaded. And when I got it out of the package yesterday, I thought to myself, damn, this is like some really weird looking cell shading, you know? I didn't really like it very much. But then I was talking to one of my buddies in the comments, Travis Wilcox, and he was like, you know what? That's not cell shading. That's intended to be actually like cross-hatching and inking from a comic book. And when I took a second look at it, that just makes complete sense because you see, definitely this is a thicker ink. And the cross-hatching is a clear giveaway that it's supposed to be kind of like a sketched look, a drawn, illustrated look. So that's really cool. So we've got the cell shading, we've got the traditional, and now we've got the inked look, which he told me he's actually seen before in other action figures. So that's really nice. And if you don't know what cross-hatching is that's those X lines that you might see on different parts of a comic book page where they're drawing to create shadow effect. It helped me appreciate the figure a little bit more because I can understand what I'm looking at now. You know, very, very nice. Very, very nice. You've got a touch there down by the center of his back. But otherwise, this is the exact same figure that we got with the, I think it was a 3-pack with Elektra and Bullseye. So let's take a look at these two guys side by side. You see that the sculpt is pretty much the identical sculpt. I can't personally see any differences. We've got the same upper torso, the same abdomen, inverted ab crunch. You do have swivel underneath the belt there. The same trouser piece, same sculpt on the thighs, same cut at the thigh and the boot cut. Toe articulation, same sculpting there on the back. This is the identical figure with the comic ink shading and some different portraits. The other Daredevil portrait real quick. And this one is more of a relaxed face. And let's get it side by side with this one. That's pretty much the exact same sculpt. The exact same sculpt. I don't have the other sculpt for the retro Daredevil, but I'm gonna guess it's the same gritted teeth look that he's wearing on the new ink shaded Daredevil. So identical figures with different paint apps. The D&D here is a different paint app and color of red. On the new one, and the Ds are styled differently also, but on the new one, there is actually just an absence of black ink shading where the Ds would be. So it's not actually painted there. So that's a cool little detail there. I also noticed that his sticks are like a dark burgundy, and the new Daredevil, they're a bright red. So a little variety there. Accessory-wise, this Daredevil comes with fists. He comes with open hands, which I'm sharing with that Daredevil right now. And the paint match is the same, in case you didn't take a look at that. The paint match is identical. So that's nice for the red. But he also comes with his stick gripping hands. And he comes with a piece of rope that he can hold. It's already kind of like sculpted, but it moves easy. And you can plug it into the sticks, and that'll be really cool to make the image on the box art. And now let's take a look at Hydro Man. This low-key is the figure that I wanted the 2-pack for, just because I thought he looked so cool. I like the one that has like only the legs are water, and I think he has like on a shirt. I like it. I have it in my cart somewhere, but it's a little bit overpriced, I think, right now. But I think it looks really, really cool. And I want to get it at some point if I can get a deal on it. But this guy, he's a complete water effect. I like the translucent blue. And I think they did some clever stuff with these white lines, which are clearly painted on to give more of that like rippling water effect, that curdling water effect. But it also serves to kind of like mask the pins that are visible there. For example, here on his elbows, because you might think that it's just kind of like more of that shading, which you have here even on his hair. So really cool. This guy doesn't have, he's not hyper articulated like our Daredevils. He doesn't have a butterfly hinge. Let's check out what he does have going on. Yeah, he'll give you 90. Minimal crunch. Pretty nice back. Why is it that action figures can always articulate? Not always, but why is it that sometimes you'll get action figures that they can get that much crunch, but then way more back? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Personal P thing. You got the bicep swivel. You got your usual stuff. No forearm swivel or cut or anything there. He's wearing one of his emotive, reaching out, kind of like water hands. No drop down hinge on this guy. Good, because I'm not a fan of that. Swivel. Smooth. Look at that. That's cool, man. You got the ring there for the hinge, for the leg articulation. It just looks cool. I like it. I like the color, man. It looks really, really cool. The translucent blue. He's got little boots here. You've got your rocker there. Yeah, man. He is the reason I wanted to pick up the 2-pack. And he hit. He looks really cool. Take a close look at that face. It's like a scary, menacing face. Imagine if you saw that face. Imagine if you saw that face inside of your bathtub or something like that. Oh man, or in your toilet. That's crazy. He doesn't come with an alternate face portrait unless I lost it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He does come with these water effects. Oh wait, I wanted to show you something that I thought was really, really cool. You see how he has like there's a texture pretty much all over this blue, all over it. It's not smooth pretty much anywhere, except, let's see if I can get it on the camera. Over here by his neck, where his skin would be, it is super smooth. Super, like glass smooth. And it gives the contrast really nicely to the rest of the textured water material or whatever. The face is polished, but not as well as the neck. And I did just notice that the triceps, the back of the triceps are polished also, but certainly not as nice as the neck. And the front of the biceps and the forearms are really not as polished. It would have been nice if these pieces would have been as polished as the neck. That would have been so killer. It would have looked so sick. But for where it is polished really nicely, it does give you that little bit of contrast. And I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to share that. He's got these water effects, right? So they're like pooling here at the bottom. And then these little crests of water are soft, very dope. His foot slides right in. So that's nice. You don't got to like remove his foot or anything. You can just slide the foot in. Let's see how easy that is. Oh, wow. It was pretty easy to do that. It was pretty easy to do that. Look at that. Foot is right in there. That was pretty easy to do. As I repeat it over and over and over. Did I put the feet the wrong way? Yeah, I think I put them reversed. This has to go here. Yep. It went on easier. And this one here. That's cool. That's very cool. I like that look, man. I don't have anything that looks like this in my Marvel Legends collection. You know, a Waterman. This is dope. This is dope. You know, these little molded pieces can really transform the look of a figure, huh? Very, very nice. He also comes with a couple of extra hands. I'll put them there for you. An extra fist and an extra emotive hand. And overall, very, very dope. Very, very dope. I think that my favorite from the two is definitely Hydro Man. I do have a appreciation now for this ink shaded Daredevil that I didn't have before. I think it's cool now because it's not wax cell shading. It's cool ink comic shading. Let's go ahead and just bring out some figures that I have nearby for today's themed comparison. And today's theme will be action figures that I have nearby. So for that, we're going to bring out the Mezco recovery suit Superman. I'm not a big fan of this vinyl suit, only because I'm concerned that if I move it a lot, it's going to come off. But it's a beautiful, beautiful figure. Dope accessory with the tattered cape and flagpole. So that means we're going to get the rest of the run. Very nice. Or at least I hope so. And I'll bring out another recent release from Marvel Legends, my Brood Wolverine. And again, got to say shout out to my guy, Travis Wilcox, in the comments because he taught me about this figure. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, damn, Happy Pursuits, do you know anything about comic books or action figures? And to that, I'll say, I know a little bit, and Travis knows a lot. And this is a cool figure. It's a deep cut, and I picked it up specifically only for that. I hadn't seen anything like it, and I thought it was cool. I figured it was some kind of possessed Wolverine, and turns out that's kind of like what he is. An alien virus or parasite or something like that took hold of him for a very brief amount of time. But I think he looks cool. He's goofy to me. He's weird, deep cut. I enjoy it. Next up, I'll bring out my Valiant Knight. And this figure, I don't know when this figure came out, but this figure is going to be in my top 10 for like, I guess the mid-year top 10. And most likely, I don't know, maybe even for the top 10 of the year, because I think that this is a wonderful, wonderful figure. It is super articulated, and the sculpting, everything about this figure is absolutely gorgeous. This is my Mythic Legion's Valiant Knight, and I love this figure. I've got 2 of them. I want to get more, and I play with this guy every day. I'll also bring out, just to round everything out here, my Conan the Barbarian from Super 7. And I just saw the announcement on Super 7's website that Thulsa Doom is coming next week. So that means we're probably going to get that whole next wave, next week. And holy shit, I can't wait for that. That's only like my favorite movie ever. That and Sound of Music, man. And I go back and forth. Which one is my number 1? Which is my number 2? If you haven't seen Conan the Barbarian, go watch it right now. And if you haven't seen The Sound of Music, go watch it. The whole thing from start to finish. You can't like pause it in between and go take a break. That movie's like 3.5 hours long. So my advice to you is, it's a rainy day where I'm at on the East Coast. Sit down, watch Conan the Barbarian, watch Sound of Music, and you decide which of those 2 movies are your favorite. But we both know that they're going to be in your top 3. So that having been said, final thoughts on these 2 guys. Very cool. Very cool. If you don't have a hyper-articulated Daredevil, get this one. Get this one if you want to get the 2-pack, if you want Hydro Man, because this guy's as articulated as the previous retro release, and he's got the cool comic book ink shading. So you can't go wrong with him. Plus, he has extra hands that the retro release did not have. So that's very, very dope. And Hydro Man is just super dope. You saw it here for yourself. So that's all I have to say about that. And as always, everybody, thank you so much for coming out and sharing in the experience of collecting toys as an adult, even when I have a cold. And I hope you're able to keep coming back and share some experiences too. Until next time, everybody. And I'm going to actually be recording some more videos today. It's Saturday. But until next time, which will be shortly, thank goodness, it's playtime.